From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, August 1st.
This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites, like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies, like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee for your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Achieving a gorgeous grin from home isn't a total mystery with Bite Clear aligners. Just don't be surprised if all of your sleuthing friends start asking, "What's your secret?" Begin by ordering your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95. Bite Clear aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces. Plus, they offer flexible financing, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
We begin with the Delphi Murders case. In a few hours, we could have a decision on the evidence that will be allowed in the Delphi Murders case this October. We've been covering the series of hearings all week on Wish TV. The most recent hearing saw Richard Allen's confessions and deteriorating mental health taking the center stage. An ISP detective revealed that Allen confessed over 60 times, with disturbing behavior linked to extended solitary confinement. The defense argues his mental health suffered, while the prosecution claims it improved with medication. Another high-profile case update, this one on the Muirs. Former Colts player Daniel Muir and his wife Kristen are scheduled to be back in court today in the case involving their once-missing son. Daniel Muir is charged with domestic battery. Both he and his wife Kristen are charged with obstruction of justice after their 14-year-old son was missing for more than 2 weeks. Today will be the first time the two will face a judge since they were released from jail in Cass County on a $5,000 bond back in July. Initially, a judge did not grant bond because of concern that the two were a flight risk. Today's hearing is scheduled to start at 1 this afternoon. On to some news making international headlines. The Defense Department says the mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks will plead guilty in exchange for a life prison sentence. Federal prosecutors say an agreement was reached with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and his 2 accomplices yesterday after 2 years of negotiations. Mohammed has been held at Guantanamo Bay since he was captured back in 2003. The Defense Department says as part of the plea deal, Mohammed and his accomplices will answer written questions from surviving 9/11 victims and their families. Israel now confirms reports that a mid-July airstrike in Gaza killed the military chief of Hamas. Israel says he died in the airstrike that also killed 90 Palestinian civilians. It means both the military and political leaders of Hamas have been killed over the last 2 weeks. The political chief of the group died in Iran in what the country's leaders are calling an airstrike on Tuesday. And a Hezbollah military chief was killed the day before in Lebanon. Experts say the killings could put hopes of a ceasefire in Gaza on hold.
This is very dangerous. The wave of war is coming rather than peace coming to the region.
Today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken called on everyone involved in the conflict to avoid escalation. Indianapolis is Big Ten country. The conference says both its men's and women's basketball tournaments will be back in Indy next year. In addition, the women's tournament will be back again in 2026, and the men's tournament will be held here again in 2027. It's expected to have a major financial impact on the city.
Both with last week's announcement with football championship at Lucas Oil Stadium through 2028 and these basketball championships, through the life of that partnership, we're looking at about $150 million of economic impact for the city.
The basketball announcement comes after the Big Ten announced its football championship game would stay in Indianapolis through 2028. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we can expect it to be hot and humid with the chance of storms. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
We've got a line of showers and thunderstorms moving across parts of central Indiana right now. This is only line 1. We've got another line that's going to develop, I think, later this afternoon into the evening hours. And That secondary line could pack a punch with some strong to severe thunderstorms. Right now, nothing severe, just seeing lots of heavy rainfall and some lightning as well south of Indianapolis. We'll go in a little bit closer here in the Bloomington area, also northwestern sections of Brown County, seeing some heavy rainfall. Johnson County as well, from Franklin to Trafalgar. In this, just south of Martinsville, we're seeing some moderate to heavy rain. And then eastern sections of the state, a couple of lone showers popping up across parts of Wayne County and then also around the Brookville area. Some moderate to heavy rain here as well. So this is this line kind of decaying a little bit here, that northern flank around Lafayette. So you're just going to see some light to maybe moderate rain and then some lightning and thunderstorms across parts of Bloomington as that little cell moves farther off to the north and east. We'll eventually see some quiet conditions, I think, later this afternoon, but that is going to be short-lived. Another round of showers and thunderstorms pushing through the area, I think, just in time for the evening rush hour. Strong winds will be possible with this line. Also, maybe a little bit of hail, and can't rule out maybe a quick spin up here across parts of the state, which is why we have a slight risk. That's a level 2 out of a level 5 that some of these thunderstorms may be on the stronger side. We do have some cloud cover out there right now, but temperatures still climbing. 77 degrees right now in Indianapolis, and the dew point values into the lower 70s as well. So incredibly humid conditions expected today. If we see some sunshine, we will see temps climb into the upper 80s, near 90. Feels like temperatures, though, even with that high humidity, I think we're going to rise. Maybe those feels like temperatures upper 90s near the triple digits. Well, much more on tracking these thunderstorms coming up in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. And we wrap things up with a lighthearted story. Today is the last day for our 10th annual Great Paper Push. We've teamed up again with Teachers Treasures to help make sure each and every classroom has the supplies needed for the school year. We are delivering those supplies to Teachers Treasures, but you can still make a financial donation. All you have to do to help out is go to wishtv.com/paper. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, August 1st. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.